Welcome back to our cinematic journey through Chinua Achebe's masterpiece, Things Fall Apart. Today, we delve into chapters 4, 5 and 6, exploring the fragile peace within Okonkwo's family and the powerful traditions that govern Umofia. The clan has decided Umofia, the boy from Mabeno, will live with Okonkwo. At first, the young boy is a ghost of himself, lost in fear and homesickness, but he finds a gentle welcome in the hut of Nwoi's mother. She treats him as her own, and soon, Okonkwo's children are captivated by their new housemate. Umofia is a wellspring of stories they've never heard, a master of crafting flutes from bamboo, and an expert at trapping bush rodents. Okonkwo watches with quiet satisfaction as Umofia becomes the older brother Nwoi needs, drawing his own son out of his shell and closer to the masculine ideals Okonkwo cherishes. A strange fondness for the boy grows in Okonkwo's heart, but he buries it deep. Affection is weakness, a luxury he cannot afford. Soon, the ultimate sign of acceptance rings through the compound. Umofia begins to call Okonkwo father. But Okonkwo's rigid nature remains his greatest challenge. The sacred week of peace arrives, a time when the entire clan must live in absolute harmony to honor the earth goddess, Ani. Before the planting season, no harsh words are to be spoken, no blows are to be struck. It is a time for tranquility. But Okonkwo returns home one day to find his youngest wife, Ojugo, absent. She has gone to have her hair braided without first preparing his evening meal. His simmering impatience boils over. In a fit of rage, he finds her and beats her, a shocking act that shatters the sacred peace. The transgression, known as Nsoani, is a grave offense against the land itself. The priest of Ani is summoned. The judgment is swift. Okonkwo must sacrifice a goat and a hen, pay a fine of cloth, and give 100 cowries. Okonkwo, filled with genuine remorse, dutifully performs the rites. His repentance is real. The elders observe that the punishments have grown milder over time, a stark contrast to neighboring clans where such an offense could lead to a dishonorable death. With the week of peace concluded and the gods appeased, the rhythm of the village shifts. The air fills with the sounds of men clearing land for the new planting season. It's grueling work under the hot sun, but it is the lifeblood of Umofia. Okonkwo, with Umofia and Nwoi by his side, begins to prepare his seed yams. He is relentlessly critical of the boy's work, his sharp words like lashes. He knows they are young and still learning, but he believes that only through harsh criticism can he forge his son into the great farmer and man he is destined to be. He wants Nwoi to be everything he is, and nothing he fears he once was. Meanwhile, Umofia, now fully integrated, continues to charm the household with his endless supply of folk tales. His presence a bright, warm light in the compound. The seasons turn and the first yams are harvested. The entire village pauses for the feast of the new yam, an exuberant celebration to thank Ani, the earth goddess, for her bounty. It is a time of joy, renewal and feasting. But for Okonkwo, it is a time of forced idleness, and idleness makes him restless and irritable. While the women scrub their huts, paint their bodies with beautiful designs, and prepare magnificent feasts, Okonkwo paces his compound like a caged leopard. Looking for an outlet for his pent-up energy, his gaze falls upon his second wife, Ekwafi. He finds a flimsy pretext accusing her of killing a banana tree and gives her a severe beating. His anger still not spent, he grabs his old hunting gun. As he stalks off, he hears Ekwafi mutter a quiet, cutting remark about his poor marksmanship, about guns that never shot. A blind rage consumes him. He turns, aims the gun at her, and fires. The blast echoes through the compound. Miraculously, he misses. The new tragedy barely registers as the village's excitement builds. For the main event following the feast, the great wrestling contest. The wrestling match is the heart of the community's spirit. The atmosphere is electric. Drums beat like a collective pulse, and a crowd surges with anticipation. Ekwafi, despite the morning's terror, is filled with a unique excitement. It was at a wrestling match just like this, many years ago, that she fell in love with Okonkwo. He was the fierce champion who threw Amelins the cat, a man unbeaten for 7 years. Okonkwo was too poor then to pay her bride price, but her heart was won. She eventually left her husband and ran away to be with him. They're passionate and often turbulent. History is woven into the very fabric of this annual ritual. As the day unfolds, their daughter Izinma, the light of Equifi's life, brings a bowl of food to Okonkwo. He is deeply fond of Izinma, though he rarely shows it. One by one, the daughters of his other wives also arrive with their offerings, a testament to the structure and hierarchy of his large family. The wrestling finally begins on the village Ilo, the communal green space. The crowd is a wall of sound and motion, held back by guards. The first matches are between boys of 15 and 16, a prelude to the main event. Madika, the son of Okonkwo's good friend Obirika, electrifies everyone. In a stunning display of speed and skill, he wins his match in the blink of an eye, a new champion rising. Amid the excitement, Equifi strikes up a conversation with her friend Kilo, a seemingly ordinary woman who is also the powerful priestess of Agbala, the oracle of the hills and the caves. Kilo has a special affection for Izinma, whom she fondly calls my daughter. They talk about the girl's health. Equifi has lost 9 children in infancy, and Izinma is her only surviving child. Now that she has reached the age of 10, they share a hopeful belief that Izinma has finally come to stay, having overcome the evil spirits that plagued her mother's womb. As the drums pound and the wrestlers grapple, a fragile hope for the future hangs in the air, as vibrant and as vulnerable as the community itself. Thank you for joining us for this chapter of our exploration. What do you think of Okonkwo's violent outburst during the Week of Peace? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next episode, where the wrestling champions are decided and a swarm of locusts descends upon Umofia. See you next time!